Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey. Chepa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Chepa village, our home, our place. Mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Mighty Nupe tribe, all the way from Chepa. Service for the benefit of humanity. Came from Chepa, bringing teaching, engineering, science, philosophy, health, the arts. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country.
Hello everyone, my name is Damaris Tadu, one of the participants of Chepa project, the logo we are asked to create. I will be explaining the things we have in this logo and their significance. We have the Katamba, we have the pots, the clay pots, we have the Calabash, we have the anfan, the local anfan known as Tofengi, we have the talking drum, which is the local talking drum, we have the chair, we have the mortar, we have the pistol, and then we have the turning stick. We also have here and the Ebukbara, that's one of our cultural wear, and then we have Zongu. Now the significance of this pot, why it is here, is during the holding days our parents don't have freezer where they normally put their waters to make it very cold. So now anytime, because the last time I went to the village, I discovered this pot is as cold as a freezer. Whenever you put water inside this pot for probably like less than an hour, it becomes very, very cold, and then you can drink and enjoy it. Then the calabash, we use calabash to pack food like tuwon rice. Now we use calabash to give it a very fine shape. Then pantoro, we use pantoro to drink pap majorly, that's what we use it for. Anfan, local anfan, we use it to fan, that's the general thing they use it for. But in Nupe land, anfan usually is used for the royal the royalty. Now royal people use anfan majorly in the palace to fan the king, even when there is AC on. Then the chair, we have the chair here, the chair we usually sit on to cook our food in the kitchen. And then we have the talking drum. The talking drum now is the local talking drum Nupe people usually use to in time of singing and also praising the king in the palace. And then we have the mortar and the pistol. This is what we use to pound our guinea corn. Now after harvesting guinea corn, you have to pound it to bring out the corn itself, the guinea corn itself from the stalk. Then we have the turning stick. This is what we use in turning our jikafa buchi. Then we have our traditional wares. We have the Egukbara, we have the Zongu. And the Egukbara is majorly, the name was being crafted from a name of a fish called Egogi, while Zongu is actually crafted from the name of a mat, which was like a finished product of guinea corn stalk. That's the end product of guinea corn stalk. That's where this name was being crafted from, which was turned into a mat and then known as Zongu. So this is almost, the anfan here has the same design as the Zongu itself, and that is why they almost have like the same color when you look at it very closely. So on my logo I wrote Chepa project. Then under the logo I wrote Nupe to the world, because the plan is to make sure Nupe gets to the whole world, let everybody get to know about this culture. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Tabel Larosman, one of the participants of the Chepa logo project tagged Nupe to the world. With me here is a picture of our logo done by I and my sister that married Tado. So I'm just going to talk about two things on this logo. She has talked about the rest, so I'll just talk about two things. Although she made mention of it, but I just want to talk more on them. So here I'm going to talk about the Katamba and the cycle, the round cycle here, which is our cultural attire. So first of all, let me start with the Katamba. The Katamba is the entrance to a compound. Every compound in the village, in every Nupe village, has a Katamba. This is because its importance is that you don't give access. It's for privacy. You don't give access directly for strangers coming into your compound for the very first time. They don't just get access into your compound just like that. So another importance of the Katamba is for relaxation. It is a place where during the evening time our old men sit down with their friends, relax and gist. Another importance of the Katamba is for security. It makes you note everyone who is coming into your compound and going out of your compound, because the compound just has only one entrance, which is the Katamba. The Katamba was made by is always in every Nupe compound for these reasons I've mentioned. So let me move straight to the cultural attires. The cultural attires here, where we have Evukbara and we have Zongun. Those are the two major cultural attires Nupe people have. So the reason why we make this or we put this in our logo is because you can easily tie it to the Nupe culture. Anywhere Evukbara and Zongun is seen, it is automatically, or it portrays the Nupe culture, because it is our cultural attire. So we thought it wise to add it to our logo, because the attire is the identity. It's what shows that you are a Nupe. So even if you don't know someone, maybe through his facial appearance, you don't know if he's a Nupe person or not, but once you see him wearing Evukbara, you can tell that he is or she is a Nupe person. So I strongly believe that our logo should be accepted or should be given much consideration, because looking at this logo, just a glance at it, you can tell that it is a Nupe logo. It is of Nupe importance and significance. It has so many things in it, which my sister had talked about in the previous video, that portrays plenty things about the Nupe culture. And one of the mind-blowing thing about this logo is the attire, the cultural attire you can see, and this Katamba that you can see here. The cultural attires is tied to the Nupe culture. So looking at this logo, just a glance at it, you can tell that it stands for the Nupe culture. Thank you.
Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country.
I did by I did small palo. I'm a did big palo. to small launching. A large bana quaga de meeting at a change meeting, to no penchi the Katamba dona. Ganusa, the Katamba dona, and I check one put change meetings, a boy, I got you away, Gajima, and get no Katamba at the meeting.
Okay, that they employ their name, you don't know.
Praise Attires. His name is Victor and with me is
Title.
and the essence of this video is to explain our logo that we've sat down and then created and designed to be the Nupe Project's logo. We'll be explaining the significance of the two logos. We'll start with the first one. The first logo on it, it's rounded with the material called Zongo. Zongo is a very important material to the Nupes. The material is gotten from our normal mat, the design of mat. That's where the idea of the material comes from. It has mixed color, and anywhere you see the material, most often it signifies the Nupe culture. And then inside the logo we have a house, a structure looking like a house. That structure is called Katamba. Katamba is another important thing that is known with the Nupe people. Katamba is found most often in the villages. It is usually before the main entrance of the house, and it's very important to the culture of the Nupe people. They use it to welcome visitors. At times they use it as a place of meeting whenever they don't want distraction in the inner compound. So you can also see on the logo we have pot. Pot is a local and thing that Nupe people are into. We have the mold. It's usually molded with clay. And we have, you could see cutlass, hoe, and also sickle. What we call rice. They are so much into rice farming, and that's why we could see rice at the lower part of the logo. So this logo speaks so much about the Nupe culture. Thank you. My friend will explain the other logo.
Well, as you can all see from the second logo, first of all, I'm going to talk about the Para. That's the wrapper that the Nupes use. The wrapper is normally used to signify the Nupe culture. So the Para is gotten from the fish name, and the fish is Egogi, Ikan Egogi. So it's from that fish name that the name of the wrapper was derived from. So also, if we look at the logo, we are going to see that there is rice plantation at the front of the Catambar. That's because the Nupe people are normally used to the farming of rice. So Nupe people are mostly known to farm rice. Nupe culture is found in Niger State, Kogi State, and in Kwara State, a part of Kogi State, and they are mostly known for rice farming. So rice farming also is an occupation that most people in the Nupe culture are into. So basically, that's what they've come up with. Thank you.
Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country.
Good day, everyone. My name is Evelyn Ananas, and I'm glad to be a part of this project and competition. Being Nupe by tribe from Kwara State, I've grown to love the Nupe culture and the people at large. The Nupe people are loving, peaceful, and the most accommodating people I've encountered and I've met. And the culture is a very interesting one and a very dynamic one at that. So many interesting things about the Nupe people. before now, I often wondered why the Nupe people were not so popular or common in Nigeria. But more recently, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of Nupe people that are doing well in their various fields and actually promoting the culture. And the Nupe Kingdom is believed to have started in the 1500s by Tuede, an Igala prince whose mother was Nupe. You know, there's so many interesting things about the Nupe people, the culture, the dressing, the food, the artworks. But I'll begin with the major, the colors for the Nupe people, which is red, green, and blue. Red is the national color for Nupe people, signifies who they are and is their identity in Nigeria. And green stands for the agriculture or farming, which the people are known for majorly. 90% of Nupe people are farmers or agriculturists, and this explains why their land is agrarian. They cultivate crops, livestock at large. While blue represents fishing. The Nupe people are also fishermen and fisherwomen. So those are the three major colors of the Nupe people. Another interesting thing to know about the Nupe is the artwork. They are the indigenous people to begin bead making, which has now become popular. One of the Nupe work is what I'm putting on right now. This is usually worn with the Nupe attire. Another artwork is weaving of mat and fans. We have aluminium and brass work and dyeing of clothes and materials. So those are the major handworks and major crafts of the Nupe people. Also, the Nupe people are found majorly in the north central part of Nigeria and Benin State, Kwara State, Kogi State, and Abuja, which is the Federal Capital Territory. Okay, speaking about Katamba. Katamba is a palace, like a royal house, and it's found in every compound in the Nupe villages. It's usually a place where the elderly people of the community gather to rest and also to settle disputes. An interesting story I learned doing my research about Katamba is how the town Babulugi was formed, and it was formed by, and before going back to the Sapi community, and not too long, others joined him to start erecting structures, rounded single-room huts around them. And so that was how the settlement was formed, and they named the place Katamba because of the way it was, the structure. And when missionaries started going to that particular area, they said it was very good, and they asked the villagers what good was in Nupe, and they said Babulugi. And so they said it would be, and they said it would be Katamba Babulugi. So that was how the town was given its name. So the Nupe people also have local delicacies, and one is one of the meal is made from rice and is called ejibochi, which the Hausas refer to as tuwo shinkafa, and the Nupe take it with bean soup, which is called enizoa. They also have the ejibochi with egogi, which is fresh fish soup. So I hope with this little I've said, you have learned something about the Nupe people. They are loving, peaceful, and good people. And what I'm putting on in this video is actually one of the dressings for the beads and the earrings. We have this, which they call egupara, and usually with a blouse or with a white top. My name is Evelyn Ananias. Thank you.
Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country.
Hello, my name is Kiatua, and Kiatua means preserved. And today I'll be telling you the concept behind my logo design and some keywords. So the logo design was inspired by our theme song, that is the Chekba Our Home Our Place song. And if you notice around the logo, there's a cycle which is designed by our Nupe cultural attire, which is called the Ekopara. And then inside that you see the hut. The hut is called the Katamba. Kata in Nupe means house. Kata means house in Nupe. So Katamba is a house where you receive visitors. So it just simply shows how receptive we are. And most times it's called Katamba Babulugi. And Babulugi means beautiful. So it's a beautiful house where you receive beautiful people, because everybody is a king and a queen. Beside the Katamba, you see a tree. Tree in Nupe is called Chigba. And this tree is not just any type of tree, it's a palm tree. Palm tree signifies life, it signifies growth, it stands against all odds, and every part of a palm tree is useful. There's nothing that comes from a palm tree that is not of good use. So the palm tree signifies our family tree, which represents growth, strength, life, and despite all challenges, we still stand strong and tall. You'd also notice that there's a hoe. Hoe in Nupe is called Duba, and the hoe stands for agriculture. Nupe people are known for agricultural practices a lot, ranging from farming, fishing, name it. They are known for agriculture, and beside it is a book. The book represents education. We have teachers, we have lawyers, we have doctors, we have engineers, we have scientists, and lots more that are from our village. We're so proud of each and every one of us, and education is well represented in this logo. So hope I was able to cover a lot in this logo, and I'm so excited to be part of this competition. And yes, I'm in here to win. Yeah, I'm here to win. So again, my name is Sedeshini Kiatua Rumala, and bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Joyce Saba, and with me here,
Saba Analani.
Today we like to tell you 4 things in Nupe culture which are found and used in Nupe villages. We have what we call a Catambar, Dupun, that's a clay pot, and Shigma Ikonukwenta, that's a palm tree. Lastly, Dubadas. In Nupe word, a Katamba is a building that is attached to a village houses as the entrance to the compound, and every house in Nupe village is entitled to a Katamba.
Katamba is actually a room which the village elders, youth, etc. is used to hold meeting. It is just like a conference room. According to some elders, Katamba can also be called a chamber where they normally rest and also have discussion.
Dupun, that's a clay pot, is a pot that is made by the villagers to serve many purposes such as cooking. Engichiluluchi can only be cooked inside the Dupun Egun. Engichiluluchi is a jollof rice that is cooked by the villagers with a locust beans. A locust beans in Nupe is called hula motuon or hula dawa dawa. Dukun egun can also be used for preservation of water. According to Nupe elders, they said Dukun egun was used as a refrigerator then, which makes the water very cool for drinking, and it is traditional to Nupe.
And for the palm tree, which we the Nupes call Chigba Ikunukpota, signifies a lot of things regarding to Nupe culture. Getting back to 15th century, such as the tribal mark, which we the Nupes call Eta, we have palm oil, which is called Emizuru, we have palm wine, which is called Munge, we have palm kernel, which is called Ikunu, we have palm kernel oil, which is called Edim, and it is also used for medicinal purpose.
And we have a dugba, that's a O. A dugba stands for agriculture, for peeling the grass for farm produce. We all know what a dugba is used for. Of course, we all know what a hoe is used for. I hope we all enjoy and learn something about Nupe culture.
Wondering why we are dressed like this is part of our culture.
Thanks for watching, and we love you all.
Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country.
From the middle belt of Nigeria is a group of people from the heart of Niger State. Dynamic, caring, loving, and praiseful. Nupe is their language. The word for today is Kinki. And Kinki means praise in Nupe language. So let's all come together as we Kinki the Lord the Niger way.
This is a submission by Christiana Ramatu Ghana. It's a brief explanation of the Nupe Katamba history and the significance of the Nupe culture. Katamba is majorly found in the village, and it is derived from two words which are Kata, meaning room, and Mba, the Lord, which when put together is translated as the Lord's room. Katamba is built in form of a detached structure, and they are sometimes attached to other buildings. Mostly Katamba in the Nupe Kingdom does not have any windows. However, the entrance is left without any form of fenestration, and this allows ventilation into the place. Katamba represents compound in the Nupe culture. And in this Katamba, the women perform domestic chores within the Katamba. The Katamba is in care or is in the custody of a mito, which is interpreted to be the head of the compound. The Katamba is used to receive guests from outside and within the community. Katamba is usually circular or square shaped. Also in Katamba, you will mostly find a local chair, shegi, which is weaved mat, a local fan. The shegi, which is a local weaved mat, is also used at the door to allow flow of air into the place. Okay, I'll be talking about the history of the Nupe culture in brief.
briefly. The old Nupe Kingdom was established in the early 15th century or thereabouts in the basis between the Niger, Kwara, and Kogi, which is the north central of Nigeria. King Jubril was the first Nupe king in the year 1770. Some have these tribal marks for identification, prestige, and the family of which they belong to as well. But due to the advancement of the world we are in right now, all these certain features are fading out. Nupe people are known to be farmers who grow crops and also do industrial works. But with the arrival of the British people back in that era, they started learning how to read, write, and most of them started going to school for advanced knowledge. What is the significance of the Nupe culture? The Nupe people have come of age, and some of the Nupe sons and daughters that have made remarkable contributions to nation building. They have provided papers on dressings, food, festivals, and the wise sayings of the Nupe people. The Nupe culture, which is the significant cultural practice and benefits of the future generation of the people, is a very interesting one. And with these papers that have been made available, others who may be interested in exploring the rich social and cultural heritage of Nupe people of Nigeria can actually learn in this way. My culture, my heritage, my culture, my pride, the Nupe Kingdom to the world. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Saba, and with me is my sister Salome Saba. Together we have designed this logo and we'll be describing what these features mean and what we have also learned from the various researches we carried out for this project. In the logo, you will see a diagram that looks like a star. That diagram represents the northern part of Nigeria, which is also called Arewa by the Hausas and other northern speaking languages in the northern states of Nigeria. In the logo, the Arewa diagram shows that the Nupe speaking people or land and the kingdom are from the northern part of Nigeria. Also, there is a hut or building in the logo. This is popularly called Katamba in Nupe language. It represents the architectural design of our forefathers. It serves as an entrance to the compound in the Nupe culture. It also serves as a place where visitors are being welcomed, hosted, and entertained. Events such as marriages, naming ceremonies, and the likes are hosted there, especially during the rainy seasons, to avoid the rain disrupting or disorganizing the events. Finally, the umbrella represents royalty in the Nupe culture. From our observations, most Nupe indigenes are related to the royal family, either from our parents, grandparents, or even great-grandparents. The umbrella signifies the royal blood of the Nupe people. The umbrella is mostly held by the bodyguard to the king to protect the king from harsh weathers such as rain and the sun. It also adds beauty to the king's dressing and horse riding during festive periods such as Salah celebrations. The umbrella also signifies respect to the royal family. In this logo, we try to bring different Nupe cultural heritage together in one place, and all of this we can see is represented in the logo. This logo shows us the great and amazing heritage left behind by our great grandparents, so that our generation and generations yet unborn will know that the Nupe culture and the heritage truly exists. We've learned a lot about the rich cultural heritage of the Nupe language, the food, the mode of dressing, the mode of greeting, and respect to the elders. I believe with these brief explanations, we understand what this logo represents and what the people of the Nupe land stand for. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, I am Tabitha Yetu Saba, and I will be talking about the Katamba in the Nupe land and other Nupe cultural items with their significance. Now the Katamba is a big round building which is roofed with grasses in the olden days. Katamba has two entrances, usually without a door. One of the entrances leads into the compound and the other one leads out of the compound. And naturally, in the ancient days, it was built using red mud. Katamba was also used for security for the compound because it is the only entrance that leads into the compound and also out of the compound. Hence, it was easy to identify a stranger because the head of the compound always sat at a strategic place in the Katamba to identify anyone who comes in and goes out. Basically, the Katamba has no standard furniture. It only has a mat which is laid on the floor, and in the ancient times, this mat was made from goat skin. However, more recently, the mat used is that gotten from guinea corn stalk. Also, more recently, the head of the compound now sits on a traditional chair or couch. Despite the tight security function of Katamba, its major functions were for meetings, prayers, marriages, and settling of disputes. Irrespective of the gender or age, everyone will gather at the Katamba. Also, in the aspect of security, if a stranger comes into the town very lately and no one cannot identify him or her, the head of the compound may lodge such person in the Katamba for that night, and when the day breaks, he or she is shown the way out of the town. The sitting arrangement in the Katamba is usually very obvious. Everyone sits according to the age group and their gender. The head of the compound usually sits at a reserved point or place to be seen by everyone. And the existence of Katamba has diminished vastly in our rural areas, but I believe in remote Nupe villages there are still many more Katambas. Some of the questions that came up in my mind were, why is it that most villages, when they renovate a building, they don't include Katamba, especially in our recent times? And what I found out was that renovation of houses are actually based on individual interest. While Katamba is a collective work of those in a compound, it is also the responsibility of the entire village to preserve its legacy. Also, in the aspect of using clay pot to store water rather than refrigerator, I noticed that technology has taken over cultures and traditions in so many ways. Now we have electricity supply, and so the clay pots are no longer used. However, in most of the tropical villages, most of them still use this clay pot for preserving their drinking water, and which is considered safe for them. Okay, why is Katamba also named Katamba? Kata means house in the Nupe language. Mba means a sitting room or a sitting place. This means that it is originally designed to be a place for sitting. For example, when one loses a family member, everyone at home will gather at that place to mourn the death of such member. Also, Katamba is a roundhouse where people sit to deliberate on issues concerning the compound or the entire villages. These issues could be positive or negative. And so also, I consulted my dad, Mr. JJ Saba, as an elder, and I found out a lot about Katamba. Knowing about Katamba has been a surprise to me because I've only heard of the name, but I didn't really understand what it meant. But now, with these details and research, I'm able to understand better what it means and what it stands for. Finding out about the meaning of the name Saba and other names related to the Nupe culture was also a big joy and a great delight to me. So concerning the history and development of Katamba, I asked an elderly person who happens to be my dad some questions, and he gave me the necessary information that I have outlined earlier. He said Katamba is a place built in front of every house in the village. It's a place where elders sit to have their meeting and receive visitors. He also made examples of our house in the village, Lade, that every house is there will be fenced with just one entrance, unlike the modern days now where we have a gate and a fence. I further asked for the meaning of some names, some Nupe names such as Saba, and he said Saba is a title in the king's palace and it means someone who is in control, someone who has authority. I also asked for the meaning of Wusa. It means someone who is hardworking. I've also heard of the name Kakachita, and according to him, the name Chita is a name of a village not far from Patigi. That's my mom's village, and the name was given to me after my grandma, who got married, moved to Lade. So the people in Lade call her Kakachita because she's from Chita village. He also told me that Tofengi, which is the local hand fan, is made from guinea corn dry stalk and then dyed into colors. I hope you have learnt some things about the Nupe culture and Katamba in particular. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Tabitha Yetu Saba. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video today, I'll be describing the images on the designed logo by me. So yeah, I'm starting with the hot image on the logo there, and that is called Katamba. Katamba is an entrance to a compound. Katamba is a place where elders in a particular community or village relax or spend their time together. And as a visitor, or if it's your first time in that particular community, you are only allowed to sit in the Katamba, and then the person you went to visit would come from the main house to the Katamba to come and see you before you would have access to the main house. If not, you would have to be in that particular Katamba till when what you came to do is done. Katamba is an open space for everybody in the community. Whether you are young, whether you are old, it is a place where everybody have access to. While the compound that is the main house is a no-go area to first-time visitors in that particular community. It is a restricted area to foreigners. It is out of ban to foreigners in that particular village. Most villages have Katamba that leads to the compound. It is the first entrance before you get to the main house. Just like an example of the modern days now, where you would have to wait in the reception, where you have to wait in the reception of an office or any official place before you would have access to the particular department, and then you are attended to. You would have to wait. Then the receptionist would get order from a boss or his boss. Then before you would have access to go in there to see the proposed person you are supposed to see. So moving on, we have the image of mortar and pestle on the logo. Mortar in Nupe language is called donchi, and pestle in Nupe language is called etun. It is used in pounding, as in pounding pounded yam. We have a chair, more like a stool, a local chair in form of stool. They are both the same thing. Then it has some particular design on it. Sometimes the chairs are made with 6 stands, 4 stands, some with 3 stands or 2 stands, depending on the kind of structure or the way you want it to come out. Then we have local alpha, which is called Tofengi in the Nupe language. We have various types with different type of design. Then we have Mangara, which is called Calabash. It is used in draining rice from sand to make it more neater. And we have Panturo. To my knowledge, Panturo is used in drinking pap specifically. Yeah. Then we have clay pots, which is used back in the days. It is a molded pot where they preserve water in it. Then the water is in it for a very long time. It doesn't get contaminated or anything. And we move to the fabrics hanging somewhere there, which is called Egokwara, black and white. Egokwara is a traditional Nupe attire. Then we have a fabric there which is in red and green color. It is used as an headgear, as an head tie, matching fits with the Egokwara. It's not only used with with the Egokwara. It can be used zongo, any other kind of Nupe fabric, Nupe cultural attire. Then we have turning stick. Turning stick is called Jebanchi in Nupe language. It is used for turning Jikafa Buchi. And thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey, yeah, yeah. Nigeria, oh, my country, oh, my life, oh, what a journey. Chepa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Chepa village, our home, our place, mighty people you cannot face. The adventures have been amazing. Mighty Nupe tribe, all the way from Chepa, service for the benefit of humanity. Came from Chepa, bringing teaching, engineering, science, philosophy, health, the arts, leadership to the whole world.